So yes, welcome to our webinar, which is a Women's Day special webinar. And we are celebrating a proud and prosperous journey of women entrepreneurship from courage to commerce. And this is brought to you by Rainbow Bazaar. I am Pallabi Ganguli, your host for today, and my pronouns are she and her. I am excited to have you all here to celebrate the strength and courage of all the women Queerpreneurs who have been thriving and was able to turn into a successful business. At Rainbow Bazaar, we do not only mean that entrepreneurship is just about business. It's more to that. It's about creating opportunities, breaking barriers, and creating a more inclusive space for future. Today, we are going to hear from two of our incredible women core entrepreneurs who have navigated their journeys with courage and vision and turned their dreams into impactful businesses. In this session, we are going to celebrate the power of representation. Women in business, or especially queer women, face a lot of problems and obstacles, but they do bring resolution, innovation, creativity, and resilience to the table. Our speakers today will share their journeys from coming out to stepping into entrepreneurial role and growing with Rainbow Bazaar. So if you are an aspiring entrepreneur or a corporate leader who is looking to support the diverse businesses, or somebody who simply believes in the power of inclusive commerce, this session is for you. Now it's time to meet our guests, Reshmi from Rangili brand Kolkata and Ambika from Tobu Tori brand Hyderabad. Hi Reshmi and Ambika, welcome to our webinar, and we are great that you got our time and attended this webinar and to be a speaker. And wishing you all a very happy Women's Day in advance. Before we start conversing with Ambika and Reshmi, I would like to inform that we are open for questions. Anybody from the audience can type in their chat box and we would love to answer them. Coming to you, Reshmi, welcome to the show and the webinar. And we would love to hear from you, your story of coming out, why you chose to be an entrepreneur, your product lines, how your journey has been so long. Over to you, Reshmi.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening. I'm really very excited that I get the chance to share my story with all of you.
We also.
I did not have any specific coming out story, but yeah, I understood my gender sexual identity from very early days, and I'm comfortable with it. I always try to be open about my identity with my friends, try to make friends with, build on that true self of me. Yeah, and 8 years back, I decided to leave my corporate job and start Rangili with one of my friend, Modurima. I decided to, I always like designing and creating things. And so I decided to do something by that. And somehow jewellery crossed my path. And yeah, I go forward with it. Rangili is a brand, it's a handcrafted jewellery brand where we create jewellery with brass, copper, and silver. And as I identify as lesbian, I belong from the LGBTQ community. So I try to make jewellery gender-free. It's our aim. Like every other product, jewellery also have very strict gender rules attached with it. We try to make it free. We encourage people to wear anything they want to. Anyhow, they express themselves and wear them according to them. We take feedbacks from our friends, colleagues, friends from community, and try to incorporate them, design our jewellery with that, so that we can be more inclusive. And it's always we try to grow with and within the community. And our friends, several NGOs helps us a lot in this. Pride Circle specifically helps us in showcasing our product in different NGOs, corporates, where we had a very good sale and marketing, socializing, networking that gives us a good visibility. And being an women entrepreneur, queer women entrepreneur, it's difficult, but we did not face any kind of marginalization for our identity. from our fellow entrepreneurs. We always try to make a good bond with each other and grow together. And yeah, if anybody has any idea they wants to do something, I always encourage them. We are like, go for it. And it's very it gives a very happy feeling, like if we can create something, we can do something by our own. The paths are not always smooth, but yeah, it feels good at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Reshmi, for sharing your story. It's been, inspiring, and we understood that though, many queerpreneurs do face challenges, you maybe had a good allies, and from queer presence, you have not faced so many of challenges. But definitely, your products we have seen from Rainbow Bazaar, and we have got multiple feedbacks from the corporates about the unique collections, the shapes, and which is not gender specific, and anybody can adore it and buy it. So wishing you all the best, and thank you for sharing. Moving on to Ambika, we would like to know about your story of coming out and why you chose to be an entrepreneur, something about your product lines. Over to you, Ambika.
Sure. Hi everyone, I am Ambika, and I would like to start by sharing a poem which I've written, and I resonate a lot with this poem. So it goes like,
Ambika, 1 minute. So since you are, reciting one of your own written poem, we would like to share it with the audience so that they can read it, and you can then start. It will be easier for the audience.
sure. So it goes like, running through the forest in search of the sun rising. I experienced a fire running through my body and burning my heart. But I kept on running in search of that sun rising. It's close to my eyes, but yet so far. I just want to see it, feel it, and embrace it with all my heart. Despite of it burning me, I ran and ran and ran, feeling the fire more intense as it was killing me, but I continued running. And suddenly, I found hope in the form of the sun rising and touching each part of my body through its glittering rays, healing my heart and soul, caressing my being to the core. Good evening, everyone. I am Ambika. My pronouns are she and her. I am an artpreneur, and I love doing a lot of things like planting, eating chocolates, collecting books, taking long walks, listening to tarot readings, and I really, really love eating desserts as well. As a kid, I looked more masculine, not fitting in the stereotypical definition of a girl, which most of the times made me question my gender and call me a boy. I was called a boy so many times by so many people, including my own family, that at a point I also started believing that I was not a girl, but a boy in a female body. And my gender expression remained more masculine till a long time. And I kept getting confused about my sexual orientation as well. So it was the whole growing up journey was a lot about confusion, which I couldn't share with anyone because I also felt that it was something abnormal about me. So I kept it to myself, but there was a huge turmoil which kept on going inside me. And a few encounters with people in my teenage, they also made me question a lot about my orientation. And the biggest battle for me was not to, coming out to others. It was coming out to myself because I was myself so confused, and every day the days would end up being confused. So that I really wanted. I was seeking clarity. So looking up for that clarity was very important for me at that point of time. Then amongst all this chaos, I met my partner in school, and we really shared a deep friendship, deep bond with each other, and we bonded really well. That like one day, my sister came across a relationship, and she questioned it a lot, and she she felt that I was doing all of this to be cool, and this was all Western culture influence on us, and she asked us to not talk anymore and just think about the family, and a lot of pressure she put on me that day. And that I tried, like, I was a kid, so I tried not to trouble the family and listen to what she was saying, and I tried to end the relationship. But you can't stop being who you are for a long time, and you can't pretend. So I couldn't pretend for a long time, and I continued with my relationship, and we grew stronger only with time. And then after that, it took me almost 14 years to come out to myself as a bisexual person, because once you're in a relationship, that doesn't give you a certificate that now you are clear about your orientation. Sometimes it takes a lot of time, and for me it took 14 years to come out as a bisexual to myself. And I really that gave me a confidence to shed away people's projection of who they think I am. And now I feel super comfortable in my own skin as a girl, and I really love and cherish both my feminine and the masculine at the same time. And in this journey, I had to go through really, really deep emotional turmoil, and a lot of shame, doubt, fear, and anxiety, which comes with all of the process of figuring out. So that really was and still is very difficult, and it is very difficult to share it with, especially your family members, because they tend to think in a very straight way, like their thinking is very much aligned to how it has been with the society, and how they think in a very stereotypical way. So that brings a lot of struggle. And there are a lot of subtle issues which come with being queer, and they are generally they are not seen by people who are straight, other than people who really are allies, and they try to understand things from others perspective. But simple things like attending festivals in the family, social gatherings, constant lack of support, then visiting family is very, I personally feel very anxious when I have to visit my family, because there are a lot of questions. They talk about marriage and very stereotypical way of looking at life. Then even being around neighbors and being around some people who you are close to but are not ready to open up their minds, it becomes very, very difficult. And my biggest challenge was last year, where I had to forcibly come out to my family due to a lot of things which happened. And this led to a lot of obviously emotional turmoil, which all of our lives, even the family members, had to go through it, and we as partners had to go through it. But unfortunately, I had to go through some kind of violence, and that led to a lot of trauma. But with faith and hope, I am moving forward in this journey of self-love, acceptance, patience, and above all, love. Uh, and then I have this very beautiful lines which I come across on love, which says, "Love which recognizes no barriers, jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. Love is not confined to any caste, creed, race, religion, shape, or gender." And the best part is that I'm going through this journey with the right support and love of my partner and some amazing people in my life, allies, friends, community members, and especially people like you. So thank you so much to all of you attending this session today. Thank you. Over to you, Pallabi.
Thank you, Ambika, for sharing your story. I really understand, and I think all of our audience could relate what you have been going through, not just being from the community, but also being as an allies, because we also work as an ally, and uh, hear certain stories like you have been gone through. We understand that it's not an easy task that you have been going through for so long years, but at the end of the day, even after 14 years, you won your own struggle. And definitely what you have said, love has no barriers, and self-love is the best thing, and we all are there for you. So moving on to next question that I have for you. You have an amazing collection of jewelry, as well as specifically like which attracts most of our corporate employees and the customers over our online site is your candle making. So what actually inspired you to pick this category, or maybe to become an entrepreneur after like along with going through all the turmoils and hardships you have been? So we would love to hear your journey as an entrepreneur, which would definitely share some lights and confidence in many people who are still struggling.
Sure. I would like to share my journey. So, becoming an entrepreneur was never ever in my wildest dream. I thought of it. So, I was also an art teacher, and I was working in a school, and I thought that I would continue doing that. But after a certain point, I realized that I really like to be a person who enjoys my own company, and I like to work in a studio like setting where I am working by my own, and focusing on my art. So art really comes intrinsically to me, because throughout my childhood I have been surrounded by people who have been very artistic in my family, like my grandmother especially. So she was 96, and she was told by the doctor to stop doing crafts which she used to do. And she used to gift people with various kinds of gifts, and that really inspired me to be an artist. And it really came naturally to me after being surrounded by all my aunts and my grandmother. But coming back to the question, my journey of being an entrepreneur, it actually started in a room with some creativity. So one day when I was doing my job, I realized that I am not very happy with what I am doing. Although I was always surrounded by kids, that was something good. But the other thing was that I was not feeling 100% complete in myself. So I started making few magnets in my room, and I thought that let's give it a try, and let's make something creative, and let's try that. Will I be able to sell it or not? So I just made it. And I was very, very anxious because I did not get any orders for around few days, like a couple of days. But after some time, I had put it on my Instagram page, and I started with that page. There I got one order. So after getting that order, I felt like, if I can make it, and someone can buy it, then this is a best thing I would like to go ahead with, because this really comes naturally to me. So there were a lot of situations at that time. There were financial difficulties in the family. Then there were, I was not very happy in the job, and I had started building up on this idea of Tobu Tori, where I felt like I want to take it ahead. So all of these things really persuaded me to follow my dream of building up this online shop of Tobu Tori. And then I named my shop Tobu Tori, which is a Japanese term that means a flying bird reaching for the limitless skies, just as we aspire to. So this, and after that, about my brand, we are a homegrown art brand specializing in handmade gifts, ranging from sustainable hampers, decor, jewelry, stationery, candles, soaps, etc. We create all the products with precision and high quality raw materials, because we really want to bring conscious consumerism amongst people for handmade products. At Tobu Tori, we believe that a gift has the power to bring value and happiness to an individual's life. Therefore, most of our products are eco-friendly and filled with love and magic. We call ourselves Gift Genie, as we believe that you matter and are special to us. Hence, your wish is our command. And customizing gifts as per your preference is our power. So my idea of creating gifts has been, as I already shared, that my grandmother has played a great role. And my idea of a gift shop is that I want a lot of things for all kinds of people to be in my gift shop, and I really don't want to restrict it to any specific gender. So that is one of the idea. And regarding candle making, which Pallavi, you shared, that is one of the attraction. So I picked up with time. Like my idea is that I don't want to restrict myself to any single art form. So I keep picking up different art forms in my journey. So all throughout my journey of Tobu Tori, from starting from magnets and now candle and a lot of things in between, I have picked up different art forms because of my inclination towards them. And the idea of gift shop is to keep it wide and not just restricted. So that's why there is no specific thing, like I can't say that something specific about this art really, you know, uh, persuaded me to include it in my gift shop. It just comes it comes naturally in the process. So that's the thing about it. And the entrepreneurial journey is obviously not an easy one, as we know how businesses, what it takes to grow a business. And there has been no support because I don't have any mentor, or I don't have anyone in the family who's from the business background. So some days have been very taxing and they take a toll on me. And obviously I feel very miserable to differentiate between being an artist and an entrepreneur at the same time. So that is a battle which keeps going inside, because if you are a hardcore artist, then it becomes difficult for you to be an entrepreneur, because you will always think from the heart of an artist and not as an entrepreneur. But I'm paving my way through it. I'm learning with time, and it's a long process, I know, but I'm improving on that. Then being a queerpreneur, it's a barrier for me to come out on social media, obviously, because coming out on social media also means that it can bring backlash for me and my family, and I can face a lot of issues with it, and it might damage, that it might, not let me fulfill my dreams to my highest potential. So that is one struggle which I face. And the journey is a roller coaster, but with my high spirits, I'm paving my way each day through it. Changing cities really has been a boon for me, as I've been able to, see immense growth in my business through opportunities like never before. And I'm moving forward in my entrepreneurial journey one step at a time, with effort, immense pride, and patience and perseverance as a key. So over to you, Pallavi.
Thank you, Ambika, for sharing such, your journey in details with us. Yeah, it's like I was just thinking from the two perspectives that you were talking about, being an artist and being an entrepreneur. So it is very difficult for two entities to collide, or, to subside and to work together simultaneously. But looking at your products and the way, being an entrepreneur, you come with us, along with us, to different corporates, the product lines we have seen is really amazing. And we are really proud of you, whatever you do, both you and Reshmi, the collections you bring in, when not only we all are listening to your stories, and it is very relatable as well, as I said. So apart from that, in spite of all these hurdles and, struggles, your art speaks your heart out, that you are an artist inside and an entrepreneur also. And definitely you will grow. Both of you will be growing with us. So thank you again, both of you. Now we will just check out if we have any questions from our audience. Sonali has shared, thank you for sharing your story to Ambika. Thank you, Sonali, for sending this message to Ambika. If we have any questions, we can also type in, or we can come on video and ask two of our guests today. So I'll give 1 or 2 minutes for that. In the meantime, I would like to ask you a few questions, both Ambika and Reshmi, from different channels. We have got the questions. The first question to Reshmi is, what advice do you have for queer women who are hesitant to step into entrepreneurship?
I can say start small, find your support, and believe in yourself. The world needs more diverse voices in business. Even if it feels scary, remember that your unique perspective is your strength, not your weakness. Yeah, try hard and believe in yourself. It will all will be sorted out.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you for answering this. Ambika, the next question will be, how can allies and larger corporates can contribute in empowering LGBT plus entrepreneurs?
Sure. Um, I think by offering funding opportunities, mentorship, and partnerships, corporations should ensure that supplier diversity program includes LGBTQ plus businesses and create safe space for conversations around inclusivity in entrepreneurship. That's what I think.
Thank you, Ambika. Since we do not see any questions on the chat box, okay. So quotations for Reshmi from Sonali. Love the idea of gender neutral jewelry. How did you people respond when you launched?
No, we didn't launch any gender neutral jewelry. Like we always promote that, like wear anything you want to wear, uh, that kind of thing. Like also gender neutral jewelry is also have its category, right? Like for men, these are your jewelry and this is your jewelry. So we just want to make any jewelry can be owned by anyone. Yeah, that's our motto.
Thank you, Sonali, for asking the question and Rashmi for answering it. We will have the last question. What message would you like to leave for aspiring queer entrepreneurs? It's not only for women, but any gender identity. What sort of message, since you have gone through a lot of struggles and have seen a lot? So I would like to hear from both of you on this question.
Sure. So my message would be that you just unapologetically be yourself, and there is no single way of doing a business, and there is no set rule of doing a business. So just be you and find your own way, find your own style. But just the one thing is that to find your own way and your style, you have to start. So just start. That's how my journey has been. Like there has been no support or no background, but the passion was very high and I just started with it, and that's what helped me grow. So that's my advice or my sharing.
Thank you, Ambika. We'll pass on to Rashmi with the same question.
Yeah.
So how would you like to leave a message for aspiring core entrepreneur?
Yeah. I will say, as Ambika said, like just start it and keep pushing forward. Your story will inspire others. And yeah, maybe it seems difficult at the beginning, but when you will be within it, then yeah, we'll solve it.
Thank you, Rashmi, for answering this. We have another question from Sonali for Ambika. Many congrats. Just a second. Many congrats on the success and being so brave. Do you remember your first sale? How did you feel?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah, I very well remember my first sale. These were, I think, around 20 fridge magnets. Like, I was thinking that will I be able to sell even one? But she ordered 20 at a go. And that was like, oh my God, like I was flying in the air and I was so happy just getting that one sale. That really boosted my confidence. And, that told me that if you try it, just like we both shared, that just go with it. If you go with it, you'll start seeing the surroundings and the atmosphere and people around you supporting you. It's just that you have to break your own inhibitions, and then things start happening the way you want. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you for answering Sonali's question, and thank you, Sonali, for asking the questions and making it more interactive. Gaurav has written, more power to you, Ambika and Reshmi. Your stories inspire resilience and change. Yes, definitely, they do. We have multiple queerpreneurs with us, and so many stories we do have to share and to let others know. Maybe to inspire others who are still hesitant to take a leap in the future. So with this, we will be ending our webinar. But before that, I would like to thank both Reshmi and Ambika for sharing your story, and also to all the audience, for making it interactive and, listening to us and to your stories. And it's a really inspiring one. Ambika and Reshmi, again, like what you have shared, you have, reminded us that being a woman and an entrepreneur is not just about building business. It's about rewriting your own notions and opening doors for others. You are writing your own narratives, creating your own narratives, and sharing with others who can, rely on that and take a move ahead. We will be sharing a survey link to all of you for your valuable feedback. Please do share your feedback. And those who registered and could not join us today for any reason, we will be sharing the recorded version. Tanisha has mentioned so much power to you both. Thank you, Tanisha, for attending and being interactive. Uh, Once more, also, if you are supporting LGBT plus queerpreneurs and are still looking to support them, please do visit our website, rainbowbazaar.shop, where innumerable queerpreneurs are creating products with purpose and passion and love. Once again, thank you, and looking forward to see you in our next webinar. Bye.
I really wanted to I wanted to share something,
Yeah, sure.
and I also want to thank Pride Circle for doing what they do, because I remember the first time I got an opportunity from Pride Circle, and it was one of a lifetime opportunity for me, because I was taken care of like never before, and the kind of support I got from Pride Circle, I never experienced that before. And we had to travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore to one of the big companies, and the way things happened there, like the way everything was taken care of, and the kind of support, I was really surprised to see that, because from food to stay to our travel, everything was so well planned, and we did not feel at any point that a little bit of discomfort being there. And we really, when we talk about inclusion, I really felt that this is what inclusion is about. Like, you don't have to treat anyone special or more than you can afford or you can support. Just giving that basic support like you would give to anyone else is enough, for in my opinion, for anyone. But at that point, I really felt special, and I really felt that, oh my god, like what have I done to be treated like this, and what have I done to getting such kind of recognition from the company as well as from the Pride Circle. So I felt like all my struggles and all the the leap of faith I've taken in my journey is bearing fruits now. And I could see my dreams coming true at that point of time, because the kind of sales we made in that company was not like, I had never thought that I could do that. And I was really jumping around, after finishing and after coming back home, when I was calculating and seeing what business we have made. I was in awe. Like, I was talking to my partner, and we both were like, "Oh, we could do this. This is our potential." Just that sometimes you need that support from the environment to tap your potential, and sometimes you also need validation from your environment. To you seek that validation that I'm doing so much, I'm putting so much effort. Where are the fruits? Where are the results? But that day specifically was a game changer for me, and I really felt like Pride Circle plays a major role in your growth, and it has played a major role in my growth as an entrepreneur. And I would really urge all the corporates to support Pride Circle, because I feel they're genuine, and everything they do, they do it very genuinely. And even uh, all the members, all their members who are there in Pride Circle, I feel a sense of genuinity from them, and I feel very comfortable being around them. So my journey has been really, really great with Pride Circle, and I wish and hope that Pride Circle, if you will support Pride Circle, then obviously we also get support from Pride Circle. So it's a whole chain of support, and I really look forward to that support. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ambika, for the appreciation. It means a lot where we try from Pride Circle and Rainbow Bazaar to support multiple queerpreneurs in different ways. It really feels good when we get the appreciation that, we are genuinely doing it, because that's the whole purpose that Pride Circle started with the genuine purpose to support the queer entities. Thank you, Ambika. Thank you, Reshmi. And thank you all for joining us today. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.